Wow, what a beautiful place, Woodgate Valley and Quinton Meadows. It's a nice place to come to see the scenery and also the wildlife. I mean, you can see at the moment it's actually raining, it's gone very dark, but you can sort of hear the wildlife still at the moment into the distance. It's all surrounded by part of open land and wooded areas, especially Quinton Meadows right away over there, a place where I've never been. I've heard it's really beautiful. But I could spend hours here, I just really love it. Some stunning scenery. Wow, the weather's really turned horrible at the moment. It's really pouring down with rain now. But what I'm going to do is have a walk around the paths and see where we end up. But if I show you the scenery, wow. So this is actually the start of a local nature reserve. You can sort of see the wooded area all surrounding, with the path and the trees right away in the distance. I've just noticed a really good thing for the start of spring. Just on this branch here, we've got new leaves starting to develop here. It's really amazing to see this. I mean, a lot of the trees over here, I'm looking very bare at the moment. You can imagine though, in the summertime, when all those leaves are on the trees, what it really does look like. It's actually not too far away, but it's really cold at the moment. But as we come into the end of spring, it will start to get much more warmer than what it is. And that's actually when I can start going on night walks, various bits and pieces, and enjoying the outdoors more. But to see the local nature reserve for the first time is really amazing. I think it's a really stunning place, and I definitely will come back here in the summertime to see the differences of it. But it's really thriving with wildlife over this local nature reserve. Quinton Meadows is all that remains of an ancient farm landscape that once dominated this area to the southwest of Birmingham. Tracing back to its original history to the 13th century, it was once formed part of land belonging to the nearby Halesowen Abbey and was also owned by Howley Grange Farm. So just a stone throw away from the larger expanse of Woodgate Valley Park, the 43-acre site is unique in its own right with a section of meadowland which is ideal for a dog walk or just a stroll. It also features wet grassland, ancient hedgerows and mature woodland which have become a haven for wildlife and different species of ecological habitats. In fact, the whole site became an integral wildlife haven corridor between the M5 and Quinton Expressway. So in 2016, Quinton Meadows was awarded local nature reserve status by Natural England. I think it's really amazing though how this place has gained its local nature reserve status, so it can't then be taken back by houses, development for industry, because it's really stunning over here. I think this place is going to be sitting here for future generations to enjoy. It's like a lot of places, we're losing it to make way for those kinds of things, which is really sad. But it's massive, this land. I can't believe I've never been over here. It's actually just by Woodgate Valley. You can sort of see we're coming closer to a road right away over there. So I think the farmland is right away over that distance. I mean, even here I did see another bit of area with some open land stretching that way. I think it's all once part of ancient farmland once more. But you can sort of see what I mean with the wooded area and the stunning scenery. Look at that. So I don't think it's actually far to get to the other section where we're heading to. I mean, just right on the corner here, we can sort of see evidence of another field. Let's quickly go and show you. But I mean, this is the trouble at the moment. It's very muddy in places because of the amount of rain what we've had. You can sort of see on the floor at the moment. It's a really good job I put the right footwear on for walking and also for cycling. But look at that. Wow, check out this, guys. Massive open land, so I'm guessing this is evidence of an old ancient farmland. So I think you've got this section here and then that section over there. It's really cool how this has remained original for so many years. It's really nice to see it. So right, it's really cool to see that open field there. I think there is actually another one to where we're heading to. We can sort of see we're still passing across all of them wooded areas right away here. And then over that side we've got some houses what I'm actually coming up. But I think this area is actually bordered by houses, roads. I can sort of hear a road right away into the distance. I think it could be the motorway. And then we've got a stream that's actually running alongside here. Let's quickly go and check it out. Wow, you can sort of see this stream here trickling all the way through, coming to this gated off part. Just right away below me, if I carefully head over here, is a massive hole going right away underneath. I think that is going under this passage right here, then leading to the other side. I thought it was a storm drain for a moment, but I think it's definitely the stream. But it's actually started raining again. I think it's got to be on all day today, non-stop. But I think it's going to get even worse. So what I'm going to do is find some cover and just wait it out for a little while. I might actually show you my Exploring the Black Country book, what I've actually made. I'm going to show you that, it's right away in my bag. So right, just before we carry on, this is the Midlands Outdoors Exploring the Black Country issue 1. This actually should be coming soon, so I'm going to release this in some paper versions. I'm actually trying to get this as an ebook version on the Google Play Store. But it's actually only going to cost a couple of quid. You can see there the pictures what I've pulled in off my various explores. I mean, I've got bits and pieces to do with the Dudley limestone caverns. Oh, the wind's actually blowing my book. But you can sort of see the interesting photos and information into it. It's only going to cost a couple of quid, but that's actually the issue 1, what I'm going to be releasing soon. So stay tuned for that, it's an interesting book. Right, I think it's actually time for a little break. I'm going to have a biscuit and also a drink. Then Quinton Meadows is right away off that road. Got to cross some traffic lights, then to the other side. Can't wait to see what's over there, it's going to be really cool to see. But I think further on just comes to an end, then it goes to the back end of those housing estates. So let's journey on and let's go and see what other things we can explore over here. So right, we've got over that main busy road. You can sort of see it leading all the way to the bottom. I've just noticed right away in front it's getting even much more darker, which I think there's more rain coming. So we've definitely got to get into Quinton Meadows now, find out where it is and get to some cover. It's really going to pile down any minute. As the black country people would say, it's black over Bill's mothers. We can sort of see we're greeted with this sign saying welcome to Quinton Meadows Local Nature Reserve. You may have heard me mention the history earlier about having land to do with Halesowen Abbey and also Howley Grange Farm. But it actually does mention here about the land having agricultural use until the 1980s. We can sort of see panning all the way around, this is actually the start of it. Then we've got more wooded areas leading that way. I think there's actually more open land as you head that way than further on. Let's go and check it out and see what we can actually discover over Quinton Meadows. So right, here we are, this is Quinton Meadows right away over there. It's all fenced off, I don't think you can actually get to it. But the path leading round goes at the other side of the Quinton Meadows. I can quickly show you bits of it by the fence line right away here, but it's completely overgrown. I think in the summertime what I might do is come all the way back here and get some nice drone footage. But viewing all the way in, you can sort of see the old ancient agricultural land right away here. Obviously you can't really see too much into there, but I can just sort of see the land is really massive. I think there's actually a big business park sitting right away at the back. So it is a shame we can't get to that other side, it's all gated off. So when I come back in the summertime, I'll get some drone footage right away above. I've actually just noticed the Bourne Brook, what runs all the way through. You can sort of see it from this corner, then goes all the way to Woodgate Valley. Coming around this side, I've just noticed an information board, which is really interesting. So it actually says onto here, Quinton Meadows Local Nature Reserve. It says Quinton Business Park, which sits right away there, has been landscaped to reflect the former agricultural character of the overall site. The scheme was incorporated new edges and wildflower, rich grassland, surface water drainage and wetlands. You can even see more things on here. We've got the Bourne Brook, what I mentioned earlier, what flows all the way through, then goes to Woodgate Valley. In its deep cutting provides cover for mammals, such as water voles and muntjac deer, to move through the site. The shaded banks have wildflowers and grasses, such as dog's mercury and wood millet, that are typical in old woodlands and hedgerows. We can sort of see the scale of the land is really massive. We've got the motorway, the M5, what goes all the way across. We can sort of see that in the distance at the moment, so I will walk this path and go and show you that in a second. So it says here, hedgerows at Quinton Meadows indicate the original medieval network of fields, which were surrounded by hawthorn, oak, ash and hazel. Many hedgerows have been lost in England due to the modern farming methods and urban development. Hedgerows provide a valuable home for wildlife, providing shelter, nesting areas and food supply. But we can clearly see bits and pieces on the maps here. I mean, some of the hedgerows have probably been lost over here, but it's a real shame really. I mean, the development of that business park right away there, you can imagine it's taken back on some sort of the agricultural land. But while the wind is really picking up at the moment, you can sort of see the skies going to pile down the rain at any minute. So let's go and journey all the way around and go show you the motorway park. But it's really nice to see this massive open land for Quinton Meadows, and then the surrounded area where it's completely wooded. I will go back down and get some cinematics later of the Woodgate Valley Park, where we've got the Bourne Brook that runs all the way through. So here we are, we've come to the end of Quinton Meadows, but look at the view of that with the rain clouds right away in the distance, how it's dark to one corner, then the sunlight bursting all the way through. We can sort of see the motorway and the island right away here. Look at the view of that. But you can sort of get a view of the motorway right away to the top, the M5, and then the side road off the motorway going round to the island, and then that way to Halesowen. It's a nice view to the end of Quinton Meadows. I've just noticed part of it is actually part of a marshland right away here, full of water. And then we've got these massive pylons sticking right away up. And then we've got the business park right away there. Really amazing place. I've enjoyed exploring Quinton Meadows. Definitely going to come back in the summertime, but I'm absolutely freezing. I think I've come on the wrong day because it's really windy. And then that rain keeps coming back and forth. So probably another 20 minutes time, we'll get more of that coming over. It's a really strange day. It's very stormy. You can sort of see we've got another little stream running around the perimeter of the field. Not only that, if we carefully head this way, we've got some sort of like a marshland. You see all the water what's developed here, leading all the way across, and different marshy plants right away in the middle. It's nice to still see that this landscape has never been changed, like I mentioned before. It's stunning scenery, but once more very loud from the motorway and also that island from the cars. But what I'm going to do is head back that way and go sit down on the bench for 5 minutes, and then we'll head off and get some more scenery of Quinton Meadows and also Woodgate Valley Country Park. It's nice to have a little bit of a break here though with the sunshine. It's very warm in that sun, but when you come out of it, it's very cold. But you can sort of see now the view right away in front of me from this bench where I'm sitting, overlooking part of the old fields. Hoping it stays like this for the rest of the day. But you can sort of see the lower dip down there is where the Bourne Brook actually runs. Not too sure if you can see it, but it's very overgrown here. But it's right away down there. Wow, what a day. Thank you very much for watching the video if you've got this far already. It's been a nice little explore. Not a big video overall because it's not really a big land to film. I think this place is going to come back in the summertime without the bike on foot, get you some best of the drone footage and much more. It gives you an oversight of what's over here really, but we haven't explored the full length of it because where we can take the bike. But as a journey back to Woodgate Valley, I will get you some more stunning cinematics of the area itself. I'm going to have another 5 minutes here and set back off. But thank you very much for watching the Midlands Outdoors Out. See you soon. Got some more really good content coming, and stay tuned for that Exploring the Black Country book once more.